Hi, so my name is Tamu King. I was a therapist for 15 plus years. I stopped being a therapist probably 2 years ago. Why? Mental health, happiness, very important to me. So I took a break in doing that. But I am a training consultant, and companies across the U.S. hire me to train their staff around topics of trauma, from substance use addictions to child sexual abuse, domestic violence, human trafficking, racial equity, and much more. So yeah, happiness is a big deal because I talk about trauma all day and it can become very tiresome. So that's just a little bit about me. But with that, I run my own company that's called The Change Mind, and it's a wellness company. So wellness is very important. I also do a lot of work around forgiveness. So recently, a company, actually the state of New Jersey, Rutgers, have hired me to train their staff on around forgiveness. And so that's been amazing. So what am I responding to? I'm sorry, y'all.
How important, or why is happiness and having a healthy a mentally healthy frame of mind important? Because for decades, for generations, it seems to be something that has not taken a prominent place in the minds of people of color. Or maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Honestly, I don't think you're wrong. I know you're not wrong, but it's very important. You know, when I think about right now, the climate that we're in, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like politics, don't like talking about it. But what I'm noticing is now that things have shifted, folks seem to be happy. And, you know, a lot of talk about Kamala Harris and, you know, being president. So folks seem to be very happy. And I know that because a few people have come up to me, and just the other day, training, child sexual abuse, lunch break happened. There was another trainer, and she came up to me, and she was like, wait, and I say this because I feel like it matters. This was a white woman. And she said, oh, wait. Tamu, I meant to ask you. And she's all excited. And she said, I meant to ask you, what do you think about Kamala? And I stopped because I'm on my way to my car. I'm in a doctorate program, so I'm on my way to the car to read a book. I feel like I got this hour. I'm going to read this book for class. And I stopped and I looked at her. I said, look, I don't do politics. And I felt like her whole body shrunk because she wanted me to be excited. And I know because other people that have talked to me were white women, I guess because she's a black woman, so they feel like I should be excited and over the top. And I just shrunk this woman down to the ground. I said, darling, I don't do politics. Well, you're not excited. I don't do politics. I said, I'm going to my car now. I'll talk to you later. Right? So we are over the top in America, and this is what we do. When things make us excited, we're happy. But I said, okay, one or two things are going to happen, or two things are going to happen. Everyone's excited. If this woman becomes president, people are going to be happy. They're going to be excited. But as soon as she does something wrong, people are no longer going to be happy. Or he's going to become president, and then folks are going to be angry and upset and mad. And I said, we have to stop allowing other people to dictate our mental health. And this is what we do. We continue to allow other people to dictate how we're going to show up. And if we continue to do that, particularly in our community, we're going to continue to be sick. Right? We're going to continue to be sick. We're going to continue to struggle when we allow outside entities to predict our happiness. Right? So it's like something has to happen for us to shift. I don't quite know what that is. Right? All I can tell you is, for me, my happiness and my pure joy has to do with my faith. I'm a Christian, has everything to do with Jesus Christ. So no matter what is happening outside in the world, that is where my joy and my happiness comes from. Yes, there's some things sometimes can pull me and shift me. Yes, but then I have to make a conscious decision to say, okay, wait a minute, can't let you dictate that. You done took me down to a 5. We got to shift up, because I'm very stubborn. So I'll get very angry if someone shifts me in that way. Right? So I feel like we just have, as a people, we have to make a conscious decision to say, I can't allow other people to shift me. We just can't. And we have to make it a priority. And I don't feel like we quite have done that yet. We keep looking for outside entities to make us happy. And as long as we do that, we're going to continue to be stuck. And we're going to continue to have mental health issues.
Well, I'm going to ask you to put on your therapist hat, or at least your I know more than Raymond hat. A lot of times people connect their happiness to behavior, smoking, drinking, and sometimes it can be positive behavior, dancing or sports. What are the pitfalls, or how do you avoid the pitfalls of connecting your happiness to a certain behavior? Like, are there any tips you can give us so that we can still maintain what we like to do in a healthy manner, but it doesn't become an unhealthy addiction or an unhealthy codependent to our happiness?
So what just popped in my head, so I think about it. One of the things when we talk about, I'm going to say, self-care, right? That's the thing, everyone's like self-care, self-care, self-care. So then when I ask people, what does your self-care look like? What does that mean to you? What does that look like to you? And some of the things people always say to me, well, I get my nails done once a week. I get my toes done, da-da-da. I go get a massage, da-da-da. And I say, okay, that's fine. But the reality is all that's doing is making you more broke. And it's, once you get your nail done, if your nail break, then you're no longer happy. After the massage, it's over in about an hour and that sensation, that feeling is gone. So now where are you? I said, so we have to look at self-care a whole lot different. And once again, look at self-care as an internal thing, right? In our mindset, whether it's, for me, it's right, prayer, being at peace by myself, right? Doing some things internally and stop looking at those outside things. Now, if you want to do those outside things, like I like to go skating, right? That's not necessarily happy. Like I enjoy it, but if I can't go skating, I'm not going to pass out, right? Some people, if they can't get high, they going to pass out, right? If I can't get a drink, I'm going some people, it ends up becoming an addiction for them. I don't know if I ever shared this with you, but I've been sober from alcohol for 31 years, right? Because as a child with trauma, started to drink at 10, right? That became like what made me happy, what made me this. And I had to realize, that ain't the key, right? So we have to realize that these outside things can't, because it's temporary, right? Getting high, drinking, all those negative things are temporary. Even going out dancing that's a temporary thing because it's going to be over in whatever time the club closes. And then where are you going to be? You're going to be down again until you go back to the club? We have to learn how to be okay and happy with us. And that is the problem. We're not happy with us. We're a bunch of sad folks. We really are. And which is why our mental health is steady dwindling. Because we keep depending on outside things and other things to make us happy. And until we shift that, bunch of sad people.
Thank you for your insight. So no more sprinkles of Jimmy's on ice cream. No more. No, I'm just kidding. Let me ask you this. As we close out this segment, is there anything you want to add? Is there anything I failed to ask you that I should have asked you with regards to this conversation?
I honestly believe a big part of this has to do with loving ourselves. We really do have we struggle in that department of truly, really understanding who we are, as a person individually, and really having love for ourselves. Because I believe if we truly understood who we are and loved ourselves in the way that we say we love other people, I think we would be a happier people on this planet. But we struggle.
And if someone wants to book you or get one of your books or find out more about Tamu, what's the best way to do that?
I could never, because I can never remember my website by heart. I know what it is. I just can never remember it. I'm just going to give you my number: 856-296-4229. My company is called The Change Mind, so I think it's www.changedmindmbs.org. No, .com. I'm sorry. I might have jacked it up, but okay.
There you go. Happiness is being all right with sometimes you jack stuff up and people just have to figure it out. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us.